In this video, we are going to install Tomcat on our free-for-life CentOS server. Every Java developer needs to deploy applications, Java applications and microservices on a server. Although today we are using containers to deploy our applications on the cloud, you can still do that with Tomcat. And when you are developing, you want to test your applications by deploying them on a server as well. So this is going to be giving you both facilities. I have published the instructions. Have a look down below where you will find the link. May I suggest that you follow these instructions line by line, and then you will have success. Let's get going. So the first thing we want to do is we want to switch the user as a root. So we use the sudo su dash. Now we need to do a yum update to update the repositories. I've already done that, so it should not have anything to change. It did say it's complete. Firstly, we will need to install OpenJDK 11. Now, because this is a server, I'm only going to install OpenJDK 11. If it was a workstation, I would also install the JRE, the OpenJRE 11. This is the command. The same with this. I've already installed it on my server, so it's telling me that it was complete, but that's exactly what you would need to do. Now we are going to verify our Java. So we run the command java -version, and we can see that we have the right version installed, 11. Before we can use Tomcat, we need to create a Tomcat user and a Tomcat user group. So this is the command we will type. As you can see, that installation was already done, so it says user already exists. Then we need to go to the Tomcat folder, which is in OPT. In my case, I've already downloaded the Tomcat, the Apache Tomcat tarball file. I'll delete it. And after you've got to this directory, you will want to download the tarball. So that's the reason I deleted it from my machine. You would run this command. And that will download, depending on your bandwidth, how long it will take. Having done that, we then run this command. I'm not going to run it because I've already installed Tomcat on my machine, so I don't want to override it. And then you will have the Apache Tomcat folder, which is what we've just done now. We've verified that the Tomcat was extracted. Now you need to run this command. What this command will do is it will make the folder opt Tomcat, which was owned by root, it will make it owned by the Tomcat user, so that when you run Tomcat, the server will have access to the folder, and the user that logs into Tomcat will have that access. Now here it says we need to edit the startup script. Let's first go into the Apache folder, cd, and let's have a look inside there. See what's there. When we extracted the tarball zip file, we then will have a bin folder and a conf folder. Now in the bin folder is the startup and shutdown shell scripts, and then in the conf folder there's a user XML file that we're going to edit. And then one more thing you need to know, in the web apps folder you upload the WAR files. In Java, when we build microservices, we build them in a way that it produces a WAR or a WAR file. And also, when you build Java applications, they will also be built as WAR files. You can use that folder to copy the files that you want to deploy. So there's two ways to get an application deployed. The one way is to put the files in that folder, and the other way is to log in from the front end. In other words, we go into port 8080 from the browser. Now that we know that, let's first go into the bin folder, cd bin. And here we'll find two scripts. There's a startup and there's a shutdown. That's the only two scripts you need to know. So whenever you want to start it, you go into this folder and you say /startup or /shutdown. But now we need to do one more thing. We need to edit this file. So let's see what our instructions tell us. It says nano startup sh. So that's what we are going to run. Nano. I'm just going to double click this startup script and paste, enter. Now near the top of this file, you will see 3 lines just underneath the comments. You need to add these 3 lines. The first 2 lines will tell Tomcat when it starts where the Tomcat is installed. In other words, in the OPT Tomcat folder. And that's your Catalina base and Catalina home variables. And then the next variable, the Java home variable, this is where our Java was installed. Notice that we only take this path up to the x86-64, up to that folder. So this is what you need to copy. If you look in my instructions here, you can see exactly what you need to copy. After we've done that, we save, Control X, yes. In my case, because I didn't make any changes, it closed. But in your case, Control X, then Y, and then Enter. Hit the Enter button. Now that we've done that, Tomcat uses port 8080 and Apache uses port 80. So you can have both installed on the server, which is exactly what I have on the server. In order to use port 8080, we have to open the firewall for that. So run these commands. The first one is to make sure that the firewall is installed and is running. And it tells me that it's running, so that's good. Now we run this command to open the firewall. And it will tell me that's already done because I've previously done this installation. After we've made a change to the firewall CMD, we need to run the reload so that it updates the server, and then it will permanently keep this port open. And we are now successful. We've done that. And we're still in the bin folder. Now we can start Tomcat. So I just want to show you. You see, here is the shell script, startup.sh. So we say /, and that's what I have as my instruction here, there. So let's run that. And you can see over here, it said Tomcat started. And here it says expect to see, and this is what we are seeing here. So that's fine. Now we use the curl command. Notice that 127.0.0.1 is localhost. So if I run this command, now we run the curl command, which works like a browser, but it runs internally so that we can connect to the Tomcat server. we should get back a HTML page. And there's the HTML page, which is great. It means that our installation was successful. If we want to stop Tomcat, we're still in the bin folder. Then we can run the shutdown shell script. And the reason I want to do this is I want to shut down Tomcat, and then we're going to look at the user.xml file. So /. This means that it's shut down, and if I run the curl command now, I should get an error, failed to connect. So the server is down. So now we've got to run these commands to take us back to the Tomcat root folder and then to take us to the conf folder. cd space. And now we're in the Tomcat root folder. As I said earlier, we need to go to the conf folder so that we can edit the user XML. So let's see what our instructions tell us. It says do that. So let's copy this. And then here we want to edit the user file. Let's just see what's in this folder. And there's the Tomcat user XML. We're going to type nano and then this Tomcat users XML, which is exactly what we have here. Now if you go to the bottom of this file, I'm just going to make it how you would find it. So this is what you would find. You would find this block with the user information and the roles. So this is where you would define the users and the roles. I'm just going to close my nano so that it doesn't save my change. Control X, and then I'll type N for no. Now if I run it again. So what I've done here is I've needed to set the passwords. So here you see the password is, this is not a strong password, a bit of humor here. Having done that, the server is now ready. One of the reasons why I don't make Tomcat start automatically on my server is because I only want Tomcat to be available while I'm testing when I'm working with Java. Thank you for watching this video. We trust that you enjoyed the content. Please subscribe to our channel and give us a like so that our channel can grow.